Hi everyone, and it is now time for today's English on the Black Hat. People seem to be liking this story, which is great. Always helps if you like the story we're working on. It means you do better work usually, and I've had some brilliant work so far from a lot of people. Well done on answering all the questions on Monday. That was really good. We started to get some fuller answers, which is great. Really good to see. And then thank you to everyone who has sent me so far. You can still send it in. Who sent me so far your points of view on the boy from yesterday. If you've not done that one yet, you can of course still send me anything you want to. It's fine. So today, on today's video, it's kind of a two-part one today. Whatever we do today, we're going to build up to what we're doing tomorrow. I'm not going to give you too much information at once, don't worry, but everything's going to be all together on the same PowerPoint. There's going to be half of it today, which is just the introduction and getting us going, and then there's going to be a little bit more on the same thing tomorrow. So it's like a two-in-one kind of activity, but it's all split up, so don't worry. So the Black Hat, what we're going to do first is a bit of BBC bite-sized stuff. The link is on Class Dojo, and it's a link to expanded noun phrases. Now, we did do a little bit of this just before we finished for Christmas, about a week or two before we finished for Christmas. And it's all to do with giving more information or detail about a noun in a sentence. In this story, in this BBC Bite Size, we've got stuff about the lake, and you might want to think about the boat and things like that as well. But this is going to be really handy for the first part of our English that you're going to be doing in a minute. So the noun is the thing in the sentence that you are talking about or describing. It's an important part of that sentence. And an expanded noun phrase means you're giving more information, more detail, more description, and you're making your sentences sound better, more detailed. And that makes the reader, or if someone's listening, it makes them want to read more. And it gets you lots of extra points for your English as well. Now you're in year 3 and year 4, you need to be starting to do these expanded noun phrases, putting that extra detail in. So have a look on this BBC Bite-sized video. Have a little go at the activities on there. First of all, you might need whiteboard, maybe paper for that one. And then we'll move on, and we're going to use what we've learned in this BBC Bite-sized bit in the next bit. Okay, so have a go at that. Pause the video now. Okay, hopefully you've had a good go at that expanded noun phrase item on BBC Bite Size. I really like the BBC Bite Size videos, especially when it comes to these little things that we're going to use in our main part, the lesson and the main part of the activities. So, the Black Hat, you should have this page in your pack. It might not have the picture on it. I've added that picture. I'll tell you why in a second. So this is what we're going to be looking at today. As I said earlier, this is the first part of 2 things that we're going to put together eventually. And this is in your pack. The link for the packs is on our Class Dojo page, so you can always download it if you need to. So basically, I'm going to read through the sheet and then explain what we're going to be doing. So imagine that on returning to his house, the boy discovers another magical creature, that's lucky, sleeping in his bedside drawer. What type of creature could it be? Could it be a combination of 2 or more different creatures? What different colours and patterns could it have? How does it move? And what noise does it make? So, lots of different questions about a new creature. And that's going to be your goal today. That's going to be your task. You're going to draw and label your own made-up creature. Before you do your own, I found a picture here, and this is good. This is my creature. Okay. I haven't got a name for it. I'm going to leave that as an extra task for you. You need to think of a name for my creature. So if we look at him, or her, or it, it looks familiar. It looks maybe like it's got a few parts from different animals. It looks like it could be an owl, but then it's got like butterfly wings, and then it's got long ears that I don't know, look a bit fox-like maybe. And then it's got 1, 2, 3, 6 little legs with little claws on the end, and it looks like it's caught a caterpillar there. So it's obviously it's caterpillars. So it's a mixture of other creatures put together to form a magical creature. So what your goal is going to be is to think of your own creature, like mine, and then label it and answer some of those questions that it said at the top. So could it be a combination of 2 or more creatures? Yes, mine is. It's an owl, it's a butterfly, it's got fox ears. I'm not sure about the legs. I'm not sure what kind of legs they are. It's got weird insecty kind of legs. What else does it say? What different colors and patterns could it have? So mine lives in a forest, so it's kind of orange and brown. I think that's to camouflage itself against some of the leaves in autumn, and also on the forest floor it can camouflage a little bit because it's only small. So it probably doesn't want to get seen by other people, other creatures maybe that are bigger than it. And it's got some patterns on its wings as well, like a butterfly has. That's so we can tell what kind of creature it is, and maybe it attracts other creatures to it as well because of or maybe the patterns on the wings warn the other creatures to stay away from it because it's dangerous. Maybe. So what else did it say? How does it move? Well, it can fly, obviously, with its butterfly wings, but it's also got 6 legs. So I think when it's not flying, it can scuttle along on the forest floor or up a tree branch as well when it's not flying. What noise does it make? I still think, because it looks a bit like an owl, I still think it makes a kind of owl sound, but instead of like, ooh, ooh, more of a so it's a little squeakier owl, I think. That's what my animal, my creature sounds like. And what you might want to say, what it eats little creatures smaller than it, other insects maybe like caterpillars, little bugs. That's what it eats. That's the next question. That's not on the sheet. Okay, so your job is to think about your own creature. Don't pick mine. Don't pick my weird owl butterfly thing. Although you can come up with a name for it if you want to, and send it me. You're going to come up with your own animal, your own creature, your magical creature that the boy might find. You're going to draw a picture of it in that space, and then I want you to label around the outside some of the answers to these questions. But I want you to do that by using some expanded noun phrases if possible. Okay, so give me more detail about your creature by using some expanded noun phrases. So I don't just want you to write simple words like butterfly wings. Okay, I want you to put the small, quiet creature has beautiful flapping butterfly wings, something like that. I want you to extend your sentences to put in as much detail and information as possible. If you want to, you don't have to use the sheet. You can do it in your book or on another piece of paper as well. That might give you some more space for the labeling. Okay, so that's your job today. That's your task. You need to come up with a creature. You need to draw your creature and colour it. And then you need to label it and answer some questions about it, these important questions that are on the sheet. Okay, label it using those expanded noun phrases. Okay, that is today's English task. What I'm going to do though is I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek, because earlier I said this is part of 2. It is. What we're going to be doing tomorrow is you are going to be planning and writing a non-chronological report. That is where you give me, it's like a fact file. It's a fact file on something. And in this case, we're going to be doing a fact file on whatever creature you pick. So make sure you pick a creature that you can give lots of information on, a bit like this shark fact file that we're going to be looking at tomorrow. Okay, so don't start the fact file yet. I'm going to be talking a bit more about that tomorrow, giving you more information, more examples and things like that. Today is part of the plan for it. It's thinking of your creature and labeling it with some information. Okay, that is it for today. Hopefully that's all right. I'm looking forward to seeing these creatures. I think this is a nice one. Take your time on your pictures as well. Make them look really good. Get them sent to me. And then when we move on to tomorrow's English, I will explain a little bit more about our fact files, about our reports that we're going to be writing about our creatures. Should be good, I think. I like the sound of this one. I think it's going to go really well. Hopefully, do some good work on it. And I will see you all very soon.